Barix.
Barionet Automation Controller. The Barix Barionet is a programmable, network-enabled automation controller that can be connected to a wide variety of devices and systems used in commercial, home, and industrial automation applications. This allows the devices and systems' inputs and outputs to be monitored and controlled either locally by the Barionet or by a remote master control system over an IP network. The Barionet also allows for collection and transmission of data for analysis. There are currently two Barionet models, the original Barionet 100 and the lower-cost Barionet 50. The primary difference between the two is the number of inputs and outputs. The Barionet product line also includes a set of extension modules, namely the R6, the X8, and the IO12. These modules can be connected to a Barionet using RS-485 ports to provide extra I/O or relays. Both the Barionet 100 and the Barionet 50 have an auto-sensing Ethernet port, integrated web server, RS-232 and 485 serial interfaces, a Dallas semiconductor one-wire interface with built-in support for temperature sensors, built-in DIN rail mount, support for Modbus via TCP and serial, access to system variables via DHTML tags for creating custom web pages to display status information, and unlimited potential as they are user programmable in basic dialect Barix control language, or BCL. The Barionet 100 provides 4 inputs that can be used analog or digital, 4 digital-only inputs, 4 digital outputs, 2 relay outputs, an RS-422 serial interface, and a Wiegand reader interface. The Barionet 50 provides 4 dry contact inputs, 4 relay outputs, and an RS-485 expansion port. This is the Barionet 50. The top of the device has status lights for indicating activity on network, ports, and relays. One side of the device has an Ethernet port, 4 digital inputs, an input ground, 4 relay outputs, a power input, and an RS-485 expansion port for connecting and powering modules such as the R6, X8, and IO12 mentioned earlier. The other side has an RS-232 serial interface, an RS-485 serial interface, and a Dallas semiconductor one-wire interface. There is also an RS-485 termination interface. The network port is here. The RS-232 serial port is used to interface with a variety of devices that also implement RS-232 or Modbus, allowing device control over a TCP IP network. The RS-485 port can be used to interface to Barix expansion modules or to other compatible devices. The RS-485 termination is useful when long wire runs or high baud rates are used, as terminating will improve communication reliability. The RS-485 expansion port provides the same data lines as the main RS-485 port, plus unregulated power supply and ground. This provides a convenient way to connect Barix expansion modules. The serial ports are useful for connecting older serial legacy equipment that may still be performing well, bringing such devices within reach of central control systems. Lastly, the Dallas one-wire connector is used to easily connect up to 50 one-wire temperature sensors. Out of the box, Barionets come preloaded with an application that supports 2 tunneling or bridging functions. The first is a serial tunnel that connects the serial interface of one Barionet to the serial interface of a partner Barionet. Hence, serial commands can now span the world. The second function is an I/O tunnel that connects the I/O of 2 partnered Barionets. Inputs from sensor devices can now be read from half a world away. This application is powerful as it is, but a third function is as a practical programming example for users. the BCL source code can be reused. The Barix Barionet is a highly flexible and reliable device that supports both local and centralized control and monitoring. The advantage of this kind of distribution is resilience. If communication is lost between the central control center and a remote facility, the Barionet hardware there can control the environment and respond to any changes as programmed. With Barionets as key components, powerful, intelligent monitoring and control solutions can be implemented. Be sure to view the related videos on the Barix AG YouTube channel, Barionet Applications, and Barionet Basic Configuration, along with many other useful videos. Welcome to a new dimension for monitoring and control with Barix.